Hello and welcome to your 50-minute Vinyasa flow class. We're going to start today sitting down on the mat. You can come into a cross-legged seated position or come up onto a block if that feels more comfortable. Take a moment, maybe close your eyes or bring a soft gaze to your eyes. Your hands can rest in your lap or gently on the knees. Bring your attention to the here and now, wherever you're practicing. Find a moment to ground down, both in the body and in the mind. Take a deep breath in through the nose and a gentle exhale out. Our practice begins now. Find a length in the spine, coming to sit up nice and tall, lifting your heart space, crown of the head reaching to the sky. And then a heaviness in the sit bones, so really connecting into the mat through those sit bones. Gently warming up through the neck first. Draw your right ear over your right shoulder. Allow the weight of your head to stretch into the side of the neck. Shoulders drawing down. And then bring the head back to center. Take the left ear over the left shoulder now. Again, we're not forcing anything, just allowing the body to open up in its own time. Bring the head back to center. We're going to nod the chin to the chest now. Keep that upright posture in your spine and draw the shoulder blades down your back. So imagine you're sliding the shoulder blades down your back, feeling a stretch into the back of the neck, perhaps into the tops of the shoulders as well. And then raise the head up. We're going to lift the shoulders now up to the ears, and then on an exhale, drop them down. Good. Let's do that again. Draw the shoulders up to meet the ears. Exhale, release. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Reach your right arm up. Find length in the spine as you breathe in, and as you exhale, take a gentle side bend. Feeling that length in the right side of the waist. Inhale, back to center. Let's change sides. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Exhale, find that side bend. Allow the thighs, the hips to be heavy. Good. Let's do that again. One more time to each side. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and reaching over to the side. Come back to center, right hand comes down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, find your side bend. And then coming back to center. Loop the shoulders a few times if that feels good. And then we're going to make our way onto hands and knees. So coming onto all fours. Ready for a few cat-cow stretches here. A lovely way to wake up the spine. So check that your wrists are roughly under the shoulders, knees roughly under the hips. Or take a breath in as you begin to drop the belly, taking your gaze forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. On your exhale, start with your tailbone if you can. Begin to tuck the tailbone under, rounding through the spine. Gently pull the belly muscles up. Head relaxes down between the shoulders maybe. And then coming back through, cow pose. Inhale, gazing forward, broaden across the collarbones. Exhale, rounding into your cat stretch. Press into the hands, feeling that stretch along the back. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, gazes forward. Exhale, we round. Now, if you've practiced a lot before, you can freestyle here. So maybe you circle the hips. Maybe you deepen that cat stretch, rounding through the lower back, send the hips to the heels. Take some time to just have a play. Find what feels a nice stretch for your body. And then when you're ready, we'll meet back into our cat-cow pose. Let's tuck the toes now. Maybe walk the hands an inch or so more forward. Coming into a downward facing dog, we can slowly peel one knee up off the mat, then the other, lifting the hips up, and keep your knees bent generously. So we don't need to have the legs straight, especially as we're coming to the start of our practice. Maybe you pedal through the feet, straightening one leg, bending the other, and then changing sides. Take that movement a few times if it feels good, pressing into all 10 knuckles, and then we will find stillness. So just taking a moment to find stillness, reaching the heels to the back of the mat, drawing the chest towards the thighs. But don't worry if your shape looks different to my shape. We're all working in different bodies. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, we're going to take small steps with the feet. Slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands. Come into a forward fold. Good. Relax the head and shoulders down. Maybe give the head a shake no. Nod the head yes. Take a breath in, bend the knees, and as you exhale, we're going to roll up to stand. Slowly coming up. Beautiful. Coming towards the front of your mat now, we're going to take our sun salutation. So we inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Bend the knees generously, so much that your belly can come to the thighs. Inhale, find your halfway lift. The fingers can be on the thighs, maybe the shins, or if it's available to you, fingertips on the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head and shoulders. Inhale to rise up, sweep the arms out and up. Maybe fingers touch overhead, hands coming to heart center. Let's go again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Draw the shoulders back, so really active through the upper back. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, coming up to stand. We're going to add on to that now. So let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time we're going to bring the hands onto the mat, step one foot back and then the other, plank pose, or perhaps with the knees down, half plank. And then lift up through the front body, so tone through the core, abdominals lifting. Let's lower the knees and then lower all the way down to the belly. Keep the elbows in if you can. Come onto the tops of the feet. We inhale, lift the chest, lift the head, cobra. Exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, and you can press yourself up straight to downward facing dog, or perhaps come through the knees and then lift the tailbone. Downward facing dog. So in your downward facing dog, we really want to connect through the foundations, the hands and the feet. So just check that you're pressing through all 10 knuckles, gazing between the legs, maybe the thighs, lifting the front hip creases up to face the ceiling, towards the ceiling, sorry. Take one more breath here, and then looking between the thumbs, we'll walk or step the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, coming up to stand. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, step the feet back, plank pose. Option here, you can lower onto the knees, as we just did, or if you're ready, you can lower halfway down in your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, coming onto the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, or perhaps keeping the hips down, coming into your high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press yourself up and back. So downward facing dog is a pose we often come to in our Vinyasa flow. It's a great pose to just check in with your body and with yourself. So notice how your body is feeling today. We're never the same day to day, so don't expect to just kind of come into the same shape, but instead tune in. So maybe we do need to bend the knees a little bit more today. We're feeling a little tight in the lower back, the legs. Or maybe we come into a child's pose. Look between the thumbs now, step or hop, or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Hands come to touch. Nice. Relax the arms alongside the body. Hopefully feeling a little bit more warmed up, ready for the rest of our practice. Coming towards the front of your mat, inhale, take the arms up, exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the crown of the head forward and then reach your sit bones behind. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank, half plank. Lower the knees to chest or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're going to step the right foot between the hands. Don't worry if your leg doesn't make it all the way. You can always use the hand to help the foot forward. And then spin the back heel down. We're coming into warrior one, so give yourself space between the feet. I often think about train tracks or tight ropes in yoga. So for our warrior one, on those train tracks, front knee is bent, back leg is straight. We inhale, rise up. You can have your shoulders, your hands shoulder width apart, or maybe the palms come to touch. Breathing here. Relax the shoulders. Soften the jaw. And then we exhale, release the hands down. Press into the hands. Feel that engagement in your upper back. Lift up through the abdominals as you slide that right foot back. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhaling to lower, shifting forward, gazing up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot coming forward now. Step the left foot forward, spin the back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. The shoulders and the hips are squared to the front of the mat. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the left foot back. Option to take a vinyasa here, knees to chest. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. If you notice that your breath begins to pick up pace or your heart rate is increasing, you'll just recognize that as a sign to maybe step away from the edge of that pose. Allow your breath to return back to a steady rhythm. Nice. Then looking between the thumbs, step or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, coming up to stand. Good. We go again. This time we're going to bend the knees a little bit. So bend the knees, sweep the hands down to come up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step, or maybe you have energy to hop today into plank pose. Lower down, cobra. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the tailbone high. Nice. From here, bend the right knee, step that right foot forward. We're coming through warrior one. Back heel is turned at about 45-degree angle. We inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Draw the front knee towards the front edge of your mat. Maybe palms come to touch overhead. Open the arms out now. Warrior two. Maybe you need to readjust depending on the length of your arms and legs. Take the longer stance on your yoga mat. Front knee is drawing forward, and then you're pressing into the back edge of that left foot. Notice where your arms are in space. Hands to shoulder height. And run through those foundations. So check you're really connected to the feet. That right knee is tracking over the ankle and the second and third toe, maybe gazing over the fingertips. Turn your right palm to face the ceiling. We're going to shift the fingers forwards, up and back, reverse your warrior. Relax the shoulders. Always sometimes adding tension to our practice so we don't need it. Coming back up, use the strength of your core to come back up to warrior two. And we're going to bring the forearm onto the thigh. Left hand reaches up to the sky. You can gaze forward, or if it feels okay in your neck, you can take your gaze up to the left fingertips. Your foundations are strong. Rising up, warrior two. Let's cartwheel the hands down, framing that front foot. Step the right foot back. Take it through your vinyasa, yogi's choice. Inhaling, cobra, high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then step your left foot between the hands now. The right foot spinning down. Inhale, rising up. Warrior one on the other side. Maybe adjust your feet. Taking another breath here. See where you can find a bit of ease in your posture. Yoga is that continual blend of ease and effort. Take one more breath here. I'm going to turn around so you can still see me. And then we're going to open the arms out. Warrior two. Again, check in with your foundation. So working from the feet up. Strong foundations. Left knee drawing back. And then send lots of energy through the fingertips. Let's flip that front palm, reach the fingertips forwards, up and back, reversing your warrior. Deep stretch all the way up that left side of the waist. And then return to warrior two. Let's bend the forearm now. Forearm on the thigh, right fingertips reaching up to the sky. And then just beware that even though we have the arm on the thigh, we want to use that to lift up out of that left side of the waist. So we're really active on the left side of the waist. Take one more breath here. And then rising up, warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down now, framing that left foot. Step back, take it through vinyasa. And remember, you're in charge of this practice, so if you don't feel like taking so many of these transitions, you can always skip them and come to downward facing dog or child's pose whenever you want to have a rest. Once you're in your downward facing dog, we're staying here for 3 breaths. Press all 10 knuckles into the mat. Maybe a bend in the knees. Draw the chest back towards the thighs. Looking between the thumbs, or step or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Hands come to touch. And we meet in standing pose. Check in with your body. So do that head to toe check. Notice how your breath is, how your heart rate is. And then we'll come to the front of our mat once more. Inhale, take the arms up, maybe this time thumbs touch. We take our gaze overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step one foot back, then the other, plank pose. Pause for a moment, just a beat in our plank pose. Check that your shoulders are over the wrists. Engage through the abdominals, so really lifting through the front body, and then tone the muscles of the legs. So really active here. We're just going to shift forward, so crown of the head reaching to the front of your mat, and then shift backwards as you spike your heels to the back of your mat. Take one more breath here, and then lower the knees, lower all the way to the belly. Come onto the tops of the feet. Inhaling cobra, high cobra. Exhale, control that lower down. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Hips lifting up. From here, we're going to anchor through that left heel. So really ground the left heel down towards the mat. As you slide your right leg up, imagine you're sliding the foot up along an imaginary wall, and then turn the right pinky toes down to face the mat. Three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, draw the knee towards the chest as you shift your upper body into that plank pose once more. Knee is drawing to chest, heel is squeezing towards the bottom, and then we step that foot forward. Nice. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And opening out, warrior two. This time we're going to straighten through the right knee, coming into triangle pose. So both legs are straight, but just be mindful not to lock out through that right knee. Easy to dump a lot of weight in there. Arms are in a T shape. Again, lots of energy reaching out through the arms, fingertips, and you can gaze over the right fingers or just looking ahead. We're going to press into the big toe ball joint here, so really engaging through the right foot. And then imagine you've got someone just gently drawing your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Rib cage, shoulders shift forward. Once you've come as far as feels comfortable, then we open the arms out. Right fingertips on the shin, left fingertips reaching up to the sky. Take one more breath here. Press that left shoulder back. And then rising up. Let's reverse our triangle real quick. Left hand resting on the back of the thigh, right fingertips reaching up to the sky. And then rise back up, triangle, bend that front knee, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, or step the right foot back. Take it through your vinyasa, knees to chest, or half push up, inhaling to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Anchor through the right heel now. As you slide that left leg up, three-legged dog on the other side. See if you can press evenly through both hands. Try and get even weight through both arms. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to bend that left knee, draw the knee towards the chest as you shift forward, coming into that plank pose. I know this is a challenging pose. We're building core strength here and upper body strength. Let's step the foot between the hands. Right heel lowers. Inhale, rise up. Warrior one. And then we're going to exhale, open up to triangle. Both legs are straight. So again, check in with your foundations. Work your way up through the body. Let's press into the left big toe ball joint. And begin to reach your fingertips forward. Open the arms out. Right fingertip reaching up. Press that right shoulder back. Imagine you're up against the wall. And then we rise up. Let's reverse our triangle here. Left fingertips reaching up. Right hand resting on the thigh. And then bend that left knee. Cartwheel the hands down, step it back through your vinyasa, knees to chest. Inhaling, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the tailbone high. Stay here for 3 breaths. Think about lifting up or activating the front of the legs. We're lifting up, hip creases, lifting up. And then you're grounding through the backs of the legs. So really reaching the heels down. The heels may not meet the mat, that's okay. But that's the energy you want to have in the legs. Take 1 more breath here. Look between the thumbs, step, hop, or walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here in your forward fold. Nice. We're going to bring the right hand to the center of the mat and then swim your left hand to your low back. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we begin to straighten through that left leg. Right knee stays bent. Begin to turn your gaze to the left. Open the shoulder to the left. There's a deep stretch now on the outside of that left leg, thigh. And then release, bend both knees. Swap hands, left hand comes to the center of your mat. Swim that right hand to your low back now. Begin to straighten through the right knee. Open your chest to the right. And then bend both knees, release the hands down to your mat. Good. Step or hop back into plank. Take it through Vinyasa, knees to chest. Or chaturanga, your half push-up, is a much stronger practice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to go back into our 3-legged dog now. So anchor through the left heel as you slide that right heel up. Bend the right knee, draw the knee towards the chest, shifting your body forward, shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze the knee towards the chest, squeeze the heel towards the bottom, lift up through the abdominals. Inhale, come back 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest again, and then let's step that foot down, back heel spins down, rise up, warrior 1. Oh, warrior 1. Hips and shoulders facing the short edge of your mat, palms touching overhead. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, open out, warrior 2 pose. Let's flip that front palm once more. Inhale, reach the fingers forwards, up and back. And then maybe you find a little bind for your left arm. So just wrapping the hand around the low back. Fingertips maybe resting on that right thigh. Good. Coming back up, warrior 2. Option to bring the forearm onto the thigh again. Or if you have a block, maybe you pop a block on the mat, just inside of your right foot. Fingertips coming down to the right now. Left finger reaching up to the sky, or option to take them overhead. Nice. From here, we're going to bring both hands down to the mat. Come onto the ball of that left foot. Left hand stays down as we take the right arm up, counter twist. And then release the right hand down. Step back into your plank. Lower down. Inhaling cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Anchor through that right heel now. Left leg lifts. Flex the flying foot. So draw the toes back of your flying foot. Bend the knee. Draw the knees towards the chest. Knee towards the chest. Shoulders over the wrists. Squeeze that knee in towards the chest. Squeeze the heel towards the bottom. Inhale, kick the leg back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. And then step that left foot down. We're coming into our warrior 1 once more. Inhale, Exhale, opening out, warrior two on the other side. And then same movement here. So flip that left palm, inhale, reach the fingertips forwards, up and back. Option to find that bind on the other side. And use the strength of your core to come back into your warrior two. And then again, maybe forearm comes to thigh, fingertips to a block or the mat. Reach the right fingertips up to the sky or overhead. Good. And then bring both hands down to frame that left foot. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Right hand stays connected. Inhale, take that left arm up for a little counter twist. Left hand comes down. Step back. Take it through a vinyasa. Or come straight to your downward facing dog or a child's pose. Whatever feels comfortable. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 3 breaths. Or rest in child's pose. Take one more breath here. And then walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Coming up to stand. We're going to come into mountain pose, Tadasana now. So reset your feet hip width apart. Give yourself a big base to work from. Arms are alongside the body and gently turning the palms forward. We're going to do a little balance now, standing balance. Before we get moving, I want you to really feel that connection, feet into the ground. So maybe you lift up the toes and then place the toes down, finding even weight between the front of the feet and the heels. We're going to think about lifting the kneecaps, so engaging the quads, so you're lifting through the kneecaps, lifting up through the abdominals, core, chest, crown of the head, reaching to the sky, and loop the shoulders forwards, up and back. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. So you've got that upward lift of energy through the front body and that downward energy through the back body. From here, again, do a quick scan, notice how you feel. Then we're going to bring our hands into prayer at the heart. Really connect your thumbs to your breastbone. We're going to start by bringing the weight into the right leg and just peeling that left heel off the mat. From here, open the knee out to the side, finding an external rotation from the hip, and then close. Let's do that once more. Open the knee out to the side, and then close. Now we're going to begin to lift the foot up. Maybe the knee lifts. Come as high as you feel comfortable. Open the knee out to the side, and we're going to find tree here. So you can bring your foot on the leg. Maybe the heel comes onto the ankle, toes stay down if you want more support. Think about keeping your heart lifted, rounding through that standing leg. Take one more breath here, and then you're going to draw the knee in front of the hip once more. Begin to kick that leg behind you, and it's that kicking back motion. That means we have to begin to bring the chest forward. Warrior three. And again, I don't mind you what shape you come into, so the leg might not come off the floor that much. Option to take the airplane arms, really pressing the arms back, flex the flying foot, gazing slightly ahead of you. Take one more breath here. Don't worry if you wobble or fall out of the pose. Your mat is there for you. And then slowly, with control, bring the left foot down to meet the right. Give that standing leg a shake, and let's take it to the other side. Let go of whatever happened on that side. Approach this new side with fresh perspective. Hands coming to heart center, find that connection, find that lifting up of the front body. Bring your weight into your left leg now. As you peel that right heel up, toes are staying down. We're opening the knee out to the side, just practicing that external rotation at the hip. And now we begin to float the foot up, maybe the knee lifts, open out to the side, finding tree here. And don't worry if one side feels different, that's really normal. We're not symmetrical. Breathe wherever you are. And just like the trees, we sway, we move, we respond, but we are strong and grounded. Let's draw that knee in front of the hip. Begin to kick the foot behind you. Warrior 3 on the other side now. Really connecting through that left leg, pressing out of the left foot. Maybe take the arms alongside the body. Once more, airplane arms. Trust yourself. Trust that you know where we're going. And then begin to bring the right foot down to meet the left. Hands come to heart center. Well done. Give the legs a shake. And then make your way towards the front of your mat. Let's inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back. Take it through Vinyasa. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra, high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Hips up high. We're going to revisit our three-legged dog. So inhale to lift the right leg up. As you exhale, we're going to bend that right knee, draw the right knee towards the right elbow, and then step that right foot to the edge of your mat. Your hand is on the inside of that foot. Lizard pose. So this is a really deep stretch for the lower body, the legs. You can stay lifted, have that back knee lifted, or lower the back knee, come onto the top of the foot. If you feel like your shoulders are really hunching up around the ears, find a gentle bend in the elbows. So just a softness here. Take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly heel toe that right foot. So the right foot's now in line with the right hip. And then begin to straighten through that front leg. Maybe walk the hands back towards the hips. Again, if you have blocks to hand, this is a good one. If you're tight in the back of the legs, you have very long legs, you can bring the blocks on their higher setting right next to your hips for a bit of support. We're flexing the right toes. Think about drawing that right hip crease back, left hip crease forward. If you're without blocks, you may be able to bring the fingers down on the mat, begin to draw your chest towards that right leg. Focus on the sensation of the posture in your body rather than aiming to get to a certain place. Take one more breath here, and then we're going to bend that front knee, roll through the front foot, plant the hands down. You lift the back knee, step back into a plank, downward facing dog. Once more. Let's slide the left leg up now, three-legged dog, and then bend that knee, draw the knee to the left elbow, step the foot to the outside edge of your mat, coming into lizard on the other side. Whatever felt helpful on the other side, whether the knee was lifted or the knee was lowered, just have a play with that. Notice how one side of your body might feel tighter, might feel different in this pose. And we're just observing our bodies, but not judging them. Just accepting where we are today on our mat. Take one more breath here, breathing into the front of that right hip. The hip flexors, getting a deep stretch. Inner thigh on the left leg. And then we'll shift the hips back slightly, heel toe that left foot. So now the left foot is in line with the left hip. And then begin to send the hips back as we straighten through the left leg, coming into this runner's stretch. Your left toes can stay down, or you can lift the toes up, begin to draw the toes towards your shin. Think about drawing that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward, and breathing into the backs of the leg. Send your breath to any points in the body where you're feeling this stretch. Just allow the muscles to open and lengthen in their own time. Good. And then bending the left knee, we'll roll through that front foot. Lift up the right knee as you step back. Take a final vinyasa if you'd like to, or come into your child's pose. Inhale, lift the chest. And then we're all going to meet in a child's pose very briefly. So the knees can be together or wide. Reach the hands forward, melt the chest to the floor. If your forehead comes to the mat, it's always a nice opportunity to get a little massage across the eyebrow space. Maybe rolling the head side to side, massaging across the eyebrows. Allow your tailbone to grow heavy, hips sinking closer towards the heels. Take one more breath here. And then we'll slowly roll up to seated. We're going to swing our legs around and then come to lie down on your mat. We've got one final pose before Shavasana. So if you have a blanket to hand or any layers, feel free to pop them on. Lying down on your mat, checking that the back of your head can lay flat. Take a moment to just feel the weight of your body releasing down onto the earth. And then from here, we're going to draw one knee up towards the chest, give it a hug, a squeeze, release that leg, hug the other knee up towards the chest, again give it a squeeze. Let's hug both knees up towards the chest now. Option if you want to, lift the shoulders and head off the mat, draw the nose towards your knees, coming into a tight ball shape, and then release the head down. You're going to keep your feet touching, or big toes to touch, as you gently open the knees out, coming into a froggy shape with the legs. And then you're going to reach the right hand between the knees, maybe taking hold of your ankle, or maybe the outside edge of that right foot. And then send your left hand down through the knees, taking hold of the feet. So we're in a froggy shape at the moment. Breathing into the stretch for the inner thighs. And then maybe we play with kicking one foot up towards the sky, shining the sole of that foot up to the ceiling. And then the left. Happy baby. You could be holding onto the ankles too here. That's strong enough. And then maybe you begin to use your hands to draw the knees closer towards the armpit space. At the same time, lengthen your tailbone. So really lengthening through the bottom of the spine, finding that opposition. Happy baby. Take one more breath here. If you'd like to add any movement before we come into Shavasana, maybe a gentle rocking side to side. Maybe you play with straightening one leg and then the other. This is your opportunity to take any final movement your body is craving. And then we're going to slowly release the feet down. Extend the right leg out long. Extend your left leg out long. And gently bring the arms alongside your body. Palms softly turning up. We find ourselves in our Shavasana pose, the final resting pose of our practice together. Let go of any control of your breath now. Simply allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel the weight of your body being supported by the earth beneath you. Relaxing more and more with each breath that you take. We're going to stay here for several moments. You need to rush off, continue on with your day. Maybe you come off the mat now, but I encourage you, if you've got the time, to just spend a couple of moments here, allowing your body to absorb the benefits of your physical practice, and also allowing your mind to come to a place of quietness and stillness. Not often in our lives we give ourselves permission to be still and to be. So take this opportunity. Maybe close the eyes. Bring your awareness to any sounds that you hear in the space you're in. Starting with the faraway sounds. Maybe some birds, maybe traffic. And then bring your attention closer to the sounds, maybe in the room, maybe the sound of your own breath. Relax the jaw. Relax the fingers, the palms. Soften through the soles of the feet. Stay here for as long as you like. And when you're ready, I'm going to slowly bring movement back into the fingers, stretching the fingers out. Bring movement back into the feet, the toes, maybe circling the ankles one way and then the other. And then when you're ready, come to lie on whichever side feels intuitive, drawing the knees up, maybe supporting the head with the hands. Pause here for a minute, and then using your hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Make any adjustments. And then notice how you feel now after your practice. You can keep your eyes closed, keep a soft gaze with the eyes, hands resting on the knees or in your lap. Check in once more with yourself. We'll finish our practice together by bringing the hands into prayer at the heart. Lift your heart, lift your chest, and then softly bow the chin to the chest in a gesture of gratitude. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope you enjoyed this class.